Alright, Chapter 7, the Diesel Electric Locomotives General, the diesel engine. The diesel engine compared with the ordinary automobile engine, the Z with the constant with the torque, constant speed with the constant horsepower, engine sim with the nose stroke with the torque with the U with the primary move with the railroad move with the power of the unit must be combined with electrical drive transmission system and intermediate between the engine shaft with the locomotive, the wheel with the diesel electric combination, achieve with the main object with the motive power with which of the acceleration, train with the rest speed, mains with the speed with the train value depending on the power with the limitation of the movement motive power unit right away of the which for the train is to be operated. Achieve with the full power output with the engine with the transmission system capable of exchange with the torque speed with the vice versa with the demand with the train operation mode of the unit power unit require. Now to start the periods with the motive power must accept with the high tractive effort, low speed with the speed up with the train with the running of the speed with the traffic effort requirements of the quite low heavy diverse rate gradient with our met with a certain amount with the such of the gradient that requires high traffic effort the speed with the sacrifice of often the same required pulling power unlike the straight electrical locomotives which are considerable the power supply available the constant type of the power of the diesel electric limited is deliverable by its own engine equipment. Rear system gear chain with the clutches, conventional automobile transmission, hydraulic torque converter, however, the that has been limited because of the tremendous cost of the upkeep of the non-electrical transmission system is not practical for the large power necessary for the heavy switching road locomotive work. Various attempts of the non-success has been made to eliminate transmission system and example, the diesel engine was connected directly with the driving wheel. This case, with the conventional steam locomotive that operated with a variable speed engine between the low limit, it could respond with a minimum fire speed, top limit system with a mechanical sterilization incident with some of the auxiliary mean with the steam with compressed air with the cylinder with the diesel engine was used. Furnace required starting torque with the rear and turn running torque up with the speed with which the engine was fired with the diesel engine. Diesel electrical locomotive less effective with the climatic conditions. Steam locomotive systems and have severe snow conditions, sub-zero with the temperature for the least likely to interfere with diesel electric operation. Low temperature for the retarded steaming performing the steam locomotive with the butt benefit of the diesel electric locomotive due to the reverse heating of the effect with the electrical equipment. F. With the exemption of a few low-powered switching locomotive, the light rail cars with electrically driven system is employed almost universally for all diesel electrics. Primarily, the instruction battery attempting for the operator to do any of the work the diesel electric locomotive, the operator will observe the following preliminary instructions: maintain satisfactory state of charge of the battery, realize good of the battery life, follow the careful battery builder instructions, instruct from the battery heater if the battery heater is used, an electric meter with the gauge panel to record with the changing of the generator fluctuation when the battery is being charged. 3. When the needle of the voltmeter of the first long red band indicate the battery is in bad condition being discharged with the needle is in the white the battery indicate the band indicates the battery is neither being charged or discharged. When the needle is in the green the battery indicates the battery is receiving the normal charge. When the needle is small red band beyond the green indicate the battery is being overcharged. The engine crew will remote report for responsible maintenance personnel with the voltmeter indicate red band of the dial note, but the pointer may be in the white band just below the green band before the short time the engines are first started. Ammeter U with the indicator of the condition of the battery generally amount with the current shown with the charging portion of the dial with a proportional state charge of the battery as part. As the pointer approaches the 0 point with it gets to the near with the fully charged, if the pointer with the discharge point with the dial of the battery with the delivery instead of receiving the current when this condition exists the normal operation will be reported properly with the maintenance personnel neither voltmeter nor the ammeter will show the condition of the battery and lift the charging of the voltage with the normal operation so that the value maintaining the battery the proper charge. To protect the battery given the discharge of the short circuit with the locomotive ship the width of the ground condition remove the battery. This must be restored before putting in the locomotive in service. Battery switch to switch disconnect with the battery circuit will always be open when leaving the locomotive for idle period. It will always be open whenever the work is being done for any of the control circuit of the network. When any of the circuit of the device is not protected with the cutout switch of the ground will remove the battery control switch to prevent battery from discharging, opening all switches and circle with the battery supply with the current with the locomotive with the steering idle with the throttle and control handle to prevent accidents starting with the locomotive to always leave the throttle and control handle in the position which ensure the traction motor disconnect from the generator whenever the engine is started and never leave the operation position without first plate for the reverse handle with the neutral position, reverse handle with the portable type of the remove and further protection. Indication light on most diesel locomotive with the indicating light with the located with the center of the gauge panel with the between the air gauge to show the operator with the motor connections. Green light indicate with the traction motor with the connection with the amber light with the connected in parallel. 3. Although the transfer from series to parallel with the parallel to serial with the automatic cars will be taken with the operator with the locomotive except for the few minutes of the ammeter reading 400 and above the motors are in parallel amber light when the locomotive load conditions such as the automatic tram but it does not take place in a few minutes of the amper the meter reads the 400 amperes for the operator will remove the throttle level the door of the off of the position green light with the light after with which the throttle may again be removed to the throttle position. 4. with both lights on the same type of the indicator, the transfer the non taking place for the same moment of the bowl circle that need to cause the any of the car concern unless the condition continue with the over period of several minutes in which the case for the check of the made to determine the cause. Section 2, operation of locomotive.